Hey there. Wanted to spend a little time looking at the new mastering plugins that have come out in the last few days. There have been a couple of great things, trueLevel and trueBalance from, I believe it's Sonus. Is it Sonus? I think it's Sonus. Let's see. Who's it from? And also Isotope came out with a free product called Audiolens, free for the next couple weeks. Anyway, the idea is here. This is trueBalance, and this is a way to take a look at an existing reference track and play your track against it, and then see what you're doing in terms of where are you in terms of frequency range, and are you close to the target, either to a reference track or to a predefined item. I am going to play Mothra by Jared Osborne and see how it compares to some references, and then run it through both of these things, and let's see where we get. So in terms of, this is just a generic rock preset where it's looking at a curve that it's expecting the music to be. So looking at this curve, the green line is where we are, and the gray area is where they're expecting us to be. So this is interesting. And I can say, hey, well, tell me, what am I doing? Oh, my lows could come down and my mids are okay. They're not. It gets more interesting if I actually pull this up. Oh, by the way, it's going to correct itself. Against my reference track, which is the actual reference track I use, which is the snail mail track Glory. And if you watched my other video, you saw that I got really close to matching the curve, except that I had called out that I had an area in the upper mids where I had gone a little bit hotter on purpose. And you can see it. There it is right there. If I check it, balance against that song, it says my lows are a little bit higher. And this is interesting that I'm seeing a little bit more of a dip here. All right, so there we are. It's some interesting information. It's fun to watch the correlation, which, by the way, in fact, that is fun. If you look down here and look at the width is bouncing around. It's relatively narrow, but wait until the chorus kicks in, and all of a sudden the width is just going to blow out. And that's because those guitars are panned hard left and right. Anyway, thought this was pretty cool. And check it, see what it does in mono. Yeah, mono's mostly okay. It has a couple of correlation issues that can be a problem. Anyway. All right. Let's try one other thing here, though, which is Audiolens. Audiolens is a whole other beast where it's just capturing your audio as it comes through. And you can compare it to one of its, you can compare it against captured audio. So I've told it, here's the snail mail song Glory. I literally sat here and I just played it for a minute and a half and told it to capture. And it generated a curve. So now I'm going to start against this. And he said, hoping he'd hit play. If you watch these up top, this low, low, mid, high, and high, they'll light up when they get into the right range. Get a little bit farther in the song. During the verse, we're definitely lower there. This is similar to what I saw when I did this with Metric AB, where I came up with a very similar curve. One thing I did find interesting, which I had called out in the video too, I had at one point, I automated an EQ move where I brought the guitar solo up, where I pushed it at around, I think it was 2400, it was 2K or so. And I went and actually watched while the snail mail song was playing, and the exact same thing happens. So apparently I'm not brilliant, I'm just a good copy. So let's take a look at trueLevel real quick. trueLevel is a different beast. It is showing you dynamics both in terms of your target, in terms of loudness, which is going vertical. Did I get that right? It's checking you in terms of your loudness and your LU range. This is what's interesting is that right there is my target that I'm shooting for, that plus sign. And if I tell it to check, it's going to tell me I'm crazy. Sorry, that's where I'm landing. Alright, so for fun, let's switch this over to the snail mail song. So the moving thing is me. That's where it wants me to be in terms of loudness and range. Alright, so in terms of what I did, we knew that. I'd gotten very close to it. Because when I did mine, what I did was I used metric AB. And if I go back early into the song, not that early, go up here. Blue being this song and orange being the snail mail song. I'm seeing something real similar. And I'm not switching to the other song because I'd like to produce a video that doesn't get a copyright claim on it. Alright, so cool and all. Get to the guitar solo. Hey, look, they both lifted there. That's because both songs actually do that. All right, so what have we learned here? What we've learned is I can get these two new plugins, this trueBalance and this trueLevel, for about $69 right now. And they're interesting, but I'm not sure if they're any more helpful than what I had already found and what I was doing with something like Metric AB. Given I'm a plugin alliance guy, so therefore I already have it. If I didn't have it, would this be interesting? Yes. At the same time, I think in terms of what something like trueBalance does, I feel like I'm getting relatively close with that. Hey, look, there's the lift on the guitar solo. The only thing I wish that this thing had was I wish it actually listed frequencies, because trueBalance does list frequencies and dB amounts and things like that. Takeaway: they're cool, they're neat, they're all the new hotness for this week. I don't know if we need any of them. In terms of matching a loudness level, that wasn't that hard to do. I played with a limiter and looked at some levels. And in terms of frequencies, I used a tool that allowed me to overlap the frequencies. If you don't have it, cool. If you need something to get you a good start, Audiolens is free, at least through November 21st, so you may as well grab it and give it a shot. It's really easy to use. It's directionally informative, and if you have other iZotope products, it will integrate with them and make suggestions back to them. I am not a fan of robots mixing and mastering, but it's there. If it's something that you want to use, if it's something that helps you, great. It's interesting because I watched a bunch of other videos on these, and I was sure that between trueBalance and trueLevel, I was just going to be in love. But instead, what I found was they're okay. Honestly, I can get Metric AB for $25 a lot of times. I have some iZotope stuff, so I have something like Insight, and I was able to do an awful lot of the comparisons tonally by ear, not even using AB, but just by flipping between tracks, by having a track for the reference track and then getting my loosely limited version of the song to a similar level and toggling between them. Hopefully this is helpful for somebody out there that's considering spending some money. My use case is different than yours, so stuff I like or don't like may not work for you. Hopefully this helps, and see you guys soon. Bye. Now without a return, you can't